Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss stories that make you think and feel deeply. It began as an ordinary evening at one of her friends' dinner gatherings. The atmosphere was light, filled with laughter, clinking glasses, and playful jokes. I thought we were just enjoying a simple, relaxing night together. My wife, Emma, seemed cheerful, laughing and teasing a way that usually made me smile. Then she said something that cut sharply through the warmth of the moment. With a mischievous grin, she turned to her friend and said, "Maybe I should just lend him to you for the night. You'd probably treat him better than I do." Everyone chuckled, thinking it was just harmless fun. But inside, something shifted. It wasn't just the words. It was how casually she spoke of me, as if I were an object to be handed around. I didn't react immediately. I kept a polite smile, nodded, and let the conversation move on. But beneath that calm exterior, a storm was quietly brewing. I noticed Emma leaning back, clearly enjoying the attention. Her laughter sounded carefree, but the glint in her eyes made my chest tighten. What always felt like playful banter suddenly crossed into uncomfortable territory. This wasn't about ego. It wasn't about pride. It was about respect and boundaries. In that moment, I knew I couldn't just let it slide. Something needed to change. Quietly, without a scene, as the evening wore on, the teasing grew bolder. Her friends joined in, tossing playful questions and sly remarks about how I'd fit into their plans, all in the name of humor. Emma soaked it all up, clearly amused by the attention. I remained composed, sipping my drink slowly and observing everything. There was no need to argue or raise my voice. Every comment, every knowing look, every laugh at my expense only underscored how absurd the situation had become. And the longer it continued, the more I resolved to make a calm, silent exit, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. When the night reached its loudest, with laughter echoing and Emma fully immersed in the playful energy around her, I gently took her hand. No drama, no confrontation, just a calm, intentional gesture. She paused, eyes wide, brows raised. "What are you doing?" she whispered. I smiled softly. "Let's go." That was it. No argument. No explanation. As we stepped out of the room, the laughter and chatter continued behind us, oblivious to the shift that had just happened. The night had taken a turn no one inside could have predicted. We walked to the car in silence, shadows stretching under the streetlights. The energy she had been riding was gone, replaced by a quiet unease I hadn't seen before. I could feel her heart rate quicken as she realized this wasn't just a break for fresh air. It was an unspoken message. By leaving together, I had rewritten the entire story without saying a word. The man they joked about giving away had chosen to remove himself, leaving her to confront the weight of her words. "Inside the car," she murmured, voice shaking. "I was just joking." I didn't reply immediately. I drove in silence, letting the quiet stretch and settle. That silence spoke louder than any argument ever could. It was a reminder that even the lightest jokes leave marks. Her playful expression faded, replaced by nervous humility. She clearly hadn't expected this. I don't think it ever occurred to her that her teasing could provoke a response beyond her control. Eventually, we stopped at a peaceful overlook outside the city. The town's lights glimmered faintly in the distance. I turned toward her, still calm. "You joke about me like I'm a toy," I said quietly. "But this isn't pretend. This is real life, and reality doesn't always play along." Her eyes widened. She tried to laugh it off, but she couldn't. The playful game had turned serious, and she wasn't prepared. Just then, her phone rang. One of her friends from the party was calling, laughter spilling from the speaker. "Where did you two go?" they shouted, amusement still ringing in their voices. Emma froze, embarrassment spreading across her face. I held the phone calmly, so she could hear the confusion on the other end. Her teasing facade crumbled as she realized everyone back there was now whispering, speculating, wondering why we had suddenly disappeared. In that silent, powerful moment, what started as light-hearted fun transformed into something completely unexpected. Everyone, especially her, was left scrambling for answers. For the rest of the night, everything between us felt different. Emma grew quiet, thoughtful, weighed down by the reality of her words. I didn't scold her. I didn't demand apologies. I didn't raise my voice. I simply let the moment exist, letting the consequences speak louder than anger ever could. By leaving with her, I preserved my dignity and shifted the power dynamic, proving that calm restraint carries far more authority than reckless humor. Eventually, she broke down, apologizing through tears and shaking words. She was humbled, shaken, and fully aware of how far her teasing had gone. For me, the lesson was clear. Respect, boundaries, and self-worth are non-negotiable. Sometimes, the quietest response delivers the strongest impact. No one could predict the outcome of that night, but the result was undeniable. The joke backfired completely. What began as harmless fun shifted the balance in subtle but irreversible ways, and Emma learned that some lines, once crossed, carry consequences no one forgets.